A one, a two, a one, two, three. This is a shout out, baby. Woo! A birthday shout out to a man who is down on his luck. A man who is down. A man who is in dire straits. Have mercy. No longer, no more. And that person is only one person, and that is Mark! Woohoo! Yeah! I don't know the details, Mark. I don't need them. I don't know the full story. I don't need that either. But what I do know is that you are down in the dumps. You are depressed. You are just in misery right now. Why? Why are you in misery? Why are you down? Why are you in the dumps, if you will? Why? There's no reason for it, man. There's no reason for it at all. None. None. Look, I understand. This is a fallen world, but you don't need to fall with it. This is a messed up, screwed up, and just absolutely just horrible world. But you don't need to follow suit. No, no, no. Absolutely not. You see, you are awesome. You are incredible. You are freaking amazing. I don't know you personally, and I can still say that. Because I feel it. I just feel it for what I've heard from those who love you, care for you. Damn it, you are amazing. So why be down in the dumps? I don't get it. Or do I? You see, I am about to get seriously real with you, Mark. This is how special you are. I don't do this for anyone. I do not do this for nobody. But I'm about to do it for you. Because I believe you need to hear this story. I'm not going to throw out religion or anything else like that. No. But what I can tell you is how God changed my life. And I hope it affects you and it changes your life. Because I'm telling you this story for a reason. And that story goes as this. Back a long time ago, back in the day of 2005, I was in my own world. I did my own thing. I was just in my own world. And nothing else mattered but what I was in, and what was in that world. And then suddenly one day, out of the blue, my mother calls me up, goes to the stairs, because I was sleeping upstairs at the house we lived in at the time. She couldn't climb, she couldn't go up the stairs because she was too weak at the time, because she had just had a bad stroke. And our world changed. You see, I've always looked at my mother as being indestructible. She worked for 9 months at least, with 3 herniated discs in her back as an LVN nurse, and she didn't take the day off. Not one day did she take off. She fought through it, and she provided food on the table, clothes on our body, and a roof over our heads. And one day she was struck down, and I didn't know how to handle that. I didn't know how to take that. I didn't have a personal relationship with God at that time, and therefore immediately I blamed God for what happened to her. I didn't understand. Why would God allow that to happen? Why would he do that to her? Why? Why, I ask? Why? She wasn't perfect. Nobody is. She wasn't an angel. Nobody is. She fell flat on her face and she messed up. Everybody does. Why why did that happen? See, I didn't understand. And for 6.5 years, I was her caregiver. I was pissed. I was mad. I was angry. And I didn't understand anything. And I was doing it all by myself. I had no backup. And I was doing it literally everything on my own terms. And it really wasn't working out for me that well. It wasn't. You see, fast forward 6.5 years later, I didn't like the person that I was. I didn't care about the person that I was. People beat the hell out of me, basically, because of the way my teeth looks, the way that I look. Fat boy and all this other stuff, being sleuth or sloth from the Goonies. And so on and so on and so on. But they don't know that during those 6.5 years, my teeth got so bad because I never took care of me. I took care of her, but I never took care of me. I didn't care about me. I hated me. Why would I take care of someone I hated? I loved her, so I took care of her. The hell with me. Screw that. Every ligament, every joint, every tendon, everything was swollen in the scrub. My eyes were bloodshot red. When she left for the arrest home, I needed to be admitted into the hospital, but I didn't go that route. I was seriously dehydrated, etc. I mean, I was bad. But for 2 months, I was nothing. I was a nobody. I cared for no one. I cared for not even myself. I mean, I just had no care. I just didn't care. Did not care at all. But I kept getting this impression to call a number to the First United Methodist Church at the time. And so I did. And from that moment, I turned my life over to God. And I cannot tell you how everything changed for me from that moment. From that moment, because I remember so vividly that before my mother left, she was having a really bad day. I couldn't handle it anymore, and I looked up at the sky and I said, Lord, help me now. Help me now. And that's when he came. You see, the thing is, God had never left me. He was always there. But the thing is, he was constantly knocking on the door, but I would not open the door up. I would not let him in. He can constantly knock, but until you let him in, he has no access to you. None. You're trying to do everything on your own, at least I think you are. I don't know. But if that is the case, it ain't working. That much I do know. Otherwise, you wouldn't have people coming to me saying, hey, lift this guy up. You know? So, suddenly, I make a shout out to our local high school football team and it goes viral. That was just something that I wanted to do. It wasn't supposed to be a superstar or anything else. It just happened. I just wanted to boost him up. And it went viral. That's all God. I had nothing to do with that. The next thing I know, I switched churches from the First United Methodist to the ALCF. And my life really started to change. And next thing I know, I'm in a wrestling match, in a real ring, on a real show in the main event for the Knox City Hound Booster Club fundraiser. And all this other stuff started happening with Tosh.0 and everything else. I mean, everything for me changed. And that's all I can say as far as my point of understanding of it is. But maybe you have that personal relationship with God. Maybe you go to church. I don't know. But what I know is that you need to get up. Get up! Stand up right now and knock down that door of life, baby, and say, just bring it, because life ain't going to determine what I do. It ain't going to get me down. It's not going to beat me down. I will no longer be depressed. I will no longer be in the dumps. I want to get up and I'm going to make something of my life. Because you're not a mistake. You are here for a reason. You are here for a purpose. And like I said earlier, you are awesome. You are amazing. And you are, my God, you are incredible. You have no right being depressed. No right. So you're going to get up and you're going to make something out of your life and you're going to start enjoying life from this moment on. Whatever is going on, you cast it out of your life. If you got people in your life that is constantly knocking you down and keeping you down, you need to get rid of them and start doing your own thing, man. That's all I know to tell you. Without knowing all the details, that's all I can tell you. So let's get up. Let's conquer the world. If I can do it, you can do it. And that's the bottom line. Yeah! Let's get it done, baby.